Hi everyone. So in this video, I will be showing you guys how I achieved this rose, um, this rose here that has pleats and everything. So here I made a flounce. I am going to show you how I achieve my flounce. So I draw a circle and just a very tiny circle, and depending on the size of the flounce, so you're going to calculate how long you want the flounce to be. For this I used 2.5. I used 2.5 cm for this, 2.5 inches rather. I used 2.5 inches for this flounce. 2 inches is going to be the final length of my flounce, while I used zero 0.5 to turn my flounce. So also make sure that you have your fabric folded into two, because you will need your fabric to be your face fabric and also the lining of the flounce. So I folded my fabric into two, and I'm measuring here. I'm measuring how the length of my flounce. My tape was cut. I mistakenly cut my tape while I was making this video. So I had to fold out 1 inch. So here I have 3.5, which is equivalent to 2.5, because I have already folded out 1 inch. So this is it. So you measure the length of your flounce. So make sure that you add your sewing allowance when you're measuring. So you add your sewing allowance to it. So now you go ahead and you measure around the circle, following the shape. So you see how I curved it from there. So you just follow the shape of the circle, go around the circle, keep measuring round, so till you get to the end of the circle. So after the end of the circle, you start following the shape of the first flounce that you drew, the first one you drew. So you start following the shape as a circle, use that as a bigger circle to create, you know, the new measurement. So keep measuring. Now if you want your flounce to be, get bigger as it goes out, as it goes wider, you can start measuring a different size here. You can start measuring a different width here. So instead of the 2.5, you can start, increasing it as it goes, as it opens out. You can start increasing it, making it longer, making it bigger as it goes out. So let's assume this is the center, or this is a straight line. So how to just draw that curve there? So just follow the way I'm showing you on the video. So follow that and you get a curve. So your curve has to be very, neat and very smooth, so you can get your circle properly. Now you just draw your flounce till you get the length that you want. So I'll be showing you what my flounce looks like after I've gotten my full flounce. So this, I'm going to just be getting a very long length, because I'm going to be doing some pleats on it. So I'm not really bothered about the length of the flounce. I want it to be very, very long, so because I can get more pleats on it. So I would show you what it looks like when I am done marking this. So you just mark it till you are done, so till you go round, or till your fabric is exhausted, or till you get the length that you want, and that's it. So this is what my flounce looks like after I am done marking it round. So my flounce for this is equal width. I am still using a 2.5 width with my sewing allowance on it, of course. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this out, and we will proceed to the next part of this video. I'm holding my phone because I don't have my tripod with me in this video, so it's a bit difficult to hold my phone and get this done as well. But yeah, we did it. So I'm just going to cut and show you guys what it looks like. So here is what I have after cutting my flounce. I am going to be using crinoline on this flounce to give it structure. So you can see my main fabric and my lining, are the same thing. So that's what I said. You're going to use the same thing for the main fabric and the lining, so that they look very neat. So I'm going to put crinoline on it. Okay, so this is the crinoline I'll be using. I'm using a 2-inch crinoline because my flounce is supposed to be 2-inch after I finish joining it. So this is my flounce. I'm going to sew my crinoline to one side like this. So I just sew my crinoline to one side of my flounce. That's to either any part of it, the lining, preferably the one that you're using as the lining, and the other part. Then I join them using my 0.5. So the crinoline is sewn to one side, then I join them using my 0.5. So now you're going to turn them. So this is what it is. So after ironing, I turned it inside out, and this is it. So see the lines of my crinoline being sewn. So this is going to act as my lining side, and this is going to act as my main fabric, so that the crinoline, the lines of the crinoline sewing would not show. So the crinoline is in between the two fabrics. So I noticed that this part is just so, scrunchy and all. So I decided that I would just cut that part off. So that's the really tight part. So it was just too scrunchy or just too uh tight. So I decided to cut it off because really I don't really need it. So I decided to cut it off, and I will just go ahead and join turn here. So I took this out, and I would go ahead and join the other side because really I don't like how crunchy, or how scrunchy it is, rather how scrunchy it is. So this is it again. So I'll show you guys how I'm going to sew it onto my fabric. So this is the spiral I made. So I'm just going to show you how to achieve your spiral. You just draw a straight line. Just draw a straight line, and get the middle, like draw two lines like a cross so that they have like a center. So like this, then you just start getting your spiral, just start going around. So this is where I'm going to be sewing my flounce on. So just go round and round till you fill up the place with your spiral. So you can measure this if you want to. You can, take a particular measurement, do 1 inch or 2 inch, but I'm just eyeballing it. So I'm just eyeballing it. So you can do that, or you can just, measure it, and you want accuracy and all of that. So you can do that as well. But I'm just eyeballing it. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so here I have just gone ahead to place my fabric on the paper. So you do your spiral on your paper and place it under your fabric. So I'm going to take my flounce, and I'll sew around the spiral. I'll keep going around till I get to the end. So, and I would make pleats as I go. So I'll make pleats as I go round, just to add more fullness to it. So see how I'm adding pleats, and I'm going around the flounce. I'm going around and just sewing and adding pleats. So we're just going to keep going around till we get to the end, to the middle there, and that's it. So I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. So this is what my rose looks like. This is what I achieved with my flounce. See how beautiful it is, with some pleats on it and everything. So you can place this anywhere you want to place it, on the sleeve, on your bust, on anywhere you want this to be. So as I said, you sew around till you get to the end. And you can also decide to place, maybe stones on this, pearls on this, some, just, give it some oomph to it. So yeah, that's it. Thank you, guys.